Hey, today we will be going over the best and highest damage build for Druids. This right here is great to start off with leveling up, and by the way, when you do choose to do this, you can actually create this anywhere from level 20 to even level 50, which will give you the best damage obviously, and even higher up you're going to be able to add more things like paragons and extra glyphs and all that good stuff, so that's just something to take note of. First and foremost, what we're going to talk about is the equipment. What gear am I using? Well, I'm using two uniques. First off being Vasil's Prayer. The reason why is because, of course, we have the extra damage when shape-shifted, overpower damage, maximum life, and lightning resistance. And not only that, our earth skills are now going to be bear skills because of that unique. Now for chest, we have Insatiable Fury because of the physical damage, overpower damage, damage reduction, and total armor. And not only that, we are also going to be in a permanent bear form, which is pretty cool. Continuing on for arms, we have Willpower, Landslide, all stats, and we also have the ballistic aspect. So now we have pants, and there are some things I would rather have, such as damage reduction, total armor, damage reduction while fortified, stuff like that. Even while I'm injured, those would be some good stuff. Either or, what we have here specifically is Aspect of Might, which is going to be what's equipped, and you can pick that up over at the Dark Ravine at the Dry Steppes. Moving on, you can tell that we're now at the boots. There are some things that I would rather have instead, such as Spirit Cost Reduction. That'd be pretty nice, as well as Fortify Regeneration. Although, if you do have something that has damage reduction, that's not bad either. Including movement speed is also a good thing to have. And then we have Nature Fury Aspect, and what this essentially does is reduce our cooldowns. This, of course, is only possible when Nature Fury's key passive is triggered. The two-handed mace that you see right here is good, except for the first part, which is critical strike damage with werewolf skills. If I could, I'd rather have the bear instead. But other than that, we do have an aspect which is called Aspect of Retaliation. This can be found over there at Dry Steppes, and this is going to be the Seaside Descent dungeon. And now we're at the jewelry here, so for amulets, everything is good except for the werewolf skill damage. I'd rather have the bear damage, and as you can tell, I have the aspect for landslide, which is going to give us the additional pillars to add some more damage. Then for rings, we have the deal 10% damage for when we are standing still. That just helps out with extra damage. And last but not least, we have the Poison Creepers aspect that you could find through the Season Pass here. And so with that all being said, that's pretty much it for the equipment. Next up, we're going to talk about Spirit Boons. For the first row here, we want to go all the way towards the third one, and we're going to pick up this right here, which is going to be Wariness. Then on the second row here, we're going to choose the third option, and this is going to be Swooping Attacks. The third row, we're going to choose the first option here, and this is going to be the Pack Leader. For the fourth row, we're going to choose this as our Spirit Bond, and we're going to choose the last third and fourth option here. What this is going to do is essentially give us our skills back, reduce cooldowns, and overall just allow us to inflict a lot more damage, so it's definitely worth grabbing. The other Spirit Boon options are going to help with reducing cooldowns, reducing attack damage from certain elites, and of course increasing our attack speed. We're now at the skills here, so let's talk about a good portion of this quickly. Storm Strike, Enhanced Storm Strike, and Wild Storm Strike is going to be absolutely fantastic. What we have for core skills is going to be Landslide. I have 11 out of 5. This is because of the armor that I have equipped. Then we want to go towards the top. Purchase 2 out of 3 for Heart of the Wild, 1 out of 3 for Abundance, and Wild Impulses, that's going to be 3 out of 3. Towards the bottom for Predatory Instinct, we're going to choose 3 out of 3. Then if we go towards the bottom for Defensive, go towards the top, choose the Earthen. This is going to be the first one here. And we're going to choose Enhance and Preserving Earthen. And go towards the top left here. We're going to go towards Ancestral Fortitude and Vigilance. These are both going to help out quite a lot in terms of resistance and applying pressure. So now we have our companion. We're going to choose the Poison Creeper, and we're going to go all the way towards the top left, which will Brutal, and we're going to be able to reduce the cooldown on this sucker and pop it up multiple times while we're playing, which is going to be awesome. The Wraith skills, we're going to choose Trample. This is 5 out of 5 because of the armor. We're going to go towards the bottom for Neurotoxins. We're going to do 1 out of 3. Then from there, go towards the left and choose Envenom. That's going to be 3 out of 3. After that, go towards the right, choose Crushing Earth, 3 out of 3. Safeguard, 3 out of 3. Bottom portion here, it's going to be Stone Guard, 3 out of 3. Once you have that, go towards the left. For the ultimate, we're going to choose Petrify. then Petrify Prime, Petrify Supreme, then go towards the left side, Defiance, it's going to be 1 out of 3. Next we have Natural Disaster, 5 out of 3. For yourself it's going to be 3 out of 3, and the last one here is going to be 3 out of 3. Towards the bottom, Quick Shift, 3 out of 3, and the last one here at the bottom right, it's going to be 1 out of 3, and that's going to be Heightened Sense. So we have that. We got to go towards the bottom here and choose our final passive. This is going to be the top right, and this is going to be Nature's Fury, because this does go hand in hand with the aspect that we do have equipped to one of our armor pieces. And last but not least, we want to head over towards the Paragon, and we're going to go towards the right side, travel up towards the middle, then right here go towards the left, and then go up and then back towards the middle. This is just going to guide you straight towards the damage route, because this way you can increase your damage a lot more. For your glyph sockets, you can choose anything from Exploit, Werebearer. You can also use Shapeshifter to increase critical damage or critical strike damage, I believe that is. And on top of that, you're able to have an 8.0 damage and 4+ willpower. This is absolutely great, and I do recommend this as well. There's some other things that I need to adjust within this whole build to make it even better, and that would probably be to upgrade glyphs, of course, change certain things like the werewolf stats. Honestly, we don't need that. And if I'm going to be honest here, I might change this pattern up here eventually, but I do have the legendary node Inner Beast. I thought this would help because I think in the end we do need to have some more of our resources, or better yet, I should say spirit, and eventually I might just change this so that I can increase my damage a lot more. It is to be noted here that this is great for level 50 and level 70. Of course, I'm not at level 70 yet, but when I am there, you're going to see a massive difference in damage. It's going to be probably up to 60s to 100k damage. It's going to be pretty insane, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed the guide so far today. But we have to talk about one more thing before I leave, and this is going to be how to use the build. So how it works is you're going to use your Storm Strike to build Spirit, use your Landslide, and then use your Spirit some more to inflict more damage and just to build up the Spirit overall. You do want to use Earthen when things get a little bit hairy. We can of course trample over enemies and then use the Poison Creeper. We can trigger that multiple times because the cooldown will be reset almost instantly, and this is because of the Nature Fury and because we also have some of the Spirit Boons. But sometimes that may not be possible. For most cases, it will allow you to trigger it multiple times. And last but not least, we have Petrified, which, by the way, if I had the Malignant Heart, I forget which one it is, you can drag enemies directly to you. This is active only when you use your ultimate. So for example, you would use Petrified, use your Storm Strike, and then you can finish up the enemies with, of course, Landslide. If you already have some Spirit, you can just use Landslide quickly, and it inflicts a crap ton of damage. This build right here will help you complete both Capstone 3 and 4, so I highly recommend this build more than any other build for Druid because it's so fun. I honestly had a blast creating this, and to be fair here, it is something that's going around quite frequently as of this latest season. This right here is definitely the Druid meta. I hope that you guys have enjoyed the video so far, and if you have, give it a like, subscribe, and do all that good stuff. If you have any questions, let me know down below. I would love to answer a few of them if you have any. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys again, and I'll see you all in the next video.